If there's any consolation, your beloved brother will be better off as well. You're not the only one who will be safer.
Oh, John. What the hell are you doing?
Welcome back, sir. I speak for the entire staff when I say how pleased and relieved we are that your surgery was a success.
Thank you, Alfred. It's good to be home. Hey, come here. Oh, missed you. What do you got there? You got something for me? A horsey. That's Rubicon, isn't it? I can tell by looking at him. You're getting really good at drawing. I love that picture you drew for me when I was in the hospital. It was cool. So, hey, I know you've been worried about me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I got some good news.
What?
The doctors, they fixed me all up. Everything's fine. Yeah. I'm healthy and well. And I promise I'm gonna live a long, long time, okay? Okay.
It's always such a pleasure to see you, Alexis. I mean, but I have to admit that, my feelings are a little wounded that you assume immediately that I'm up to something nefarious.
It's a reasonable assumption.
Okay, but if I were up to no good, it would be a conflict of interest, wouldn't it? I mean, you being a district attorney and all.
I would have absolutely no problem prosecuting you.
Well, then it's a relief that I'm a law-abiding citizen, isn't it?
What was the splash?
The splash? All right, I confess. I mean, I bought this sandwich at a corner deli, and it was so disgusting that I threw it in the water, box and all, and, arrest me for being a litter bug and for trying to poison the local fish. I surrender.
Lucky for you, it's too dark.
Well, that or the sandwich was already sunk.
What are you doing at the cannery, Jerry?
Well, I was considering opening an import business, and I thought this would be the ideal location. Actually, I made an overture to Anthony Zagara today, although the man is clearly not receptive. It's probably because of the influence of his new attorney. I mean, Rick isn't that fond of me, that's for sure.
You're a tricky one, Jerry. Because you are such a good liar. And yet, it's a little disconcerting on the rare occasion when you might, I say, be telling the truth.
I'm flattered to hear that you pay such close attention to me. But I'd like to know how you happened to find me.
I was driving by and your car was parked in the alley.
And you had this irresistible urge to come to this dark, empty, and dangerous place.
I had good reason to be suspicious. But at the moment, I don't seem to be able to prove anything. So I'm gonna go.
I'll walk you out.
That's really not necessary.
No. This is a really bad part of time. You really should be very careful.
There you are.
Yeah, just took Spencer up to bed. He might be still awake if you want to go say goodnight.
Oh, no. Well, I came here to see you, actually. How are you feeling?
Oh, okay, I guess. A little tired, but okay.
Maybe you should have stayed at the hospital longer?
No. I was ready to come home. I feel fine. Dr. Drake signed the release anyway, so... You kind of look a little tired. Are you okay?
You're not allowed to do that.
What?
You can't fuss over me when you're the one who just had brain surgery, and now I feel even more guilty about why I came here.
What?
I am tired. I have been sleeping really badly lately. I'm really confused. I think that maybe you're the only person who can help me. So, can I ask you a question?
Yes. Ask away.
You truly, deeply loved Emily, right?
Yeah. All my heart and always will.
So So how did you know that it was love? How did you know that your feelings were different from your feelings for Gia or Courtney? And I mean, if they were pretty much the same thing, then how did you know that it was love? I am so mixed up. I'm sometimes happy, most of the time frustrated and angry, but one way or another, I'm thinking about this guy like every second of the day.
Right. And that scares you.
Just sort of happened.
But Lulu, if you're talking about Johnny Zaccaro, my advice to you is to run as fast as you can in the opposite direction.
I've already heard that from everybody else. So why don't you just tell me about you and what it was like when you fell in love and how it happened and what it felt like and all that.
It's just, I think it's a little harder for me to define because, I mean, I loved Emily just as a friend for years. And then when she was fighting breast cancer, I just realized.
We realized what?
Well, it's sort of like you described. My feelings for her were so strong that I couldn't admit to them, not even to myself.
So then how did you?
I just finally realized that feeling was never going to go away. I didn't know what the future held for us, if we were going to stay together or if something was going to pull us apart. Didn't matter, I just knew. I still know. It'll be in my heart forever.
So I went to the hospital to visit you, and they told me that you had already checked out.
I was ready to leave.
So I don't want to be the hovering aunt. However, what were you thinking?
Oh, I don't know. Call it a family treat. When you were fighting cancer, you had to be dragged to the hospital and couldn't wait to leave, so I'd appreciate a little empathy, please.
Okay. There's a storm coming, you know. The water's already choppy. What happens if you need medical care?
I'm fine. I don't even have a headache.
It's not just the surgery that I'm...
Oh, wait, stop right there. You don't get to be tactful right now. What do you think? I'm just going to sit out here all day and picture Emily's death? No.
Do you blame me for wanting to spare you that?
No, you can't. I'll miss her no matter where I am.
I really wish there was something I could do.
Yeah. There's not a moment that goes by that I don't mourn Emily's death. But that's not what she would want. No. I always love her, but I need to move on and live my life in a way that's worthy of her. You know?
I took the liberty to make a spot of tea, sir.
No, thank you, Alfred. I'm going out.
The storm is in full force, sir.
I'm not worried about a little rain.